Good Monday morning from Santa Rosa, New Mexico. It's a beautiful morning to get on the road again. It's cool, it's breezy. I'm hoping the weather holds today. This is the beginning of the 10th day driving Route 66, the 12th day since I embarked on this journey. Had a 2-day drive to Chicago. Really strange waking up in the morning, in a strange bed, wondering, where am I? How the heck did I get here? And then the brain suddenly kicks in and it's like, oh yeah, road trip, okay. Stuff to make you feel like you're in your 20s again, particularly your early 20s. So I'm going to be taking 66 West, see what Albuquerque's like, and maybe a little past that. Let's just kind of see what happens. You know me, no agenda, no schedule. Allows me stuff to do things like yesterday where it's like, Roswell, when am I ever going to see that again? So I can say I've done it. Anyway, I will talk to y'all tonight, and we'll get going here in a few minutes. Have a great Monday morning. And right out the gate this morning, a little bit down the road from the motel, is the 66 Auto Museum. And you gotta love that old truck like that. In case you missed the signs, you got that puppy up there. Will definitely get your attention. I have heard of the Etzel. I've never seen one in person that I can recall. But this is not your stock Etzel either. This is, how do you say, heavily modded. I mean, how cool is that? And it is powered by propane. And of course, being powered by propane, it has Texas license plates on it for propane and propane accessories. Wow, and this is sitting right next to another Etzel. Different year and model, but it's another Etzel. So 2 in one day. To the folks who put the pictures of this place on Facebook, thank you. I wonder how much it would hurt when I get hit if I bought that little gas pump. Engines from my era that you could actually work on with tools with measurements like 1/2 inch and 9/16. And for those too young to remember, this is what a vintage Volkswagen Beetle looks like when they are not buried in the ground and covered with spray paint. Falling in love with a 56 Cadillac. I swear there's more steel on this hood than there is in my whole 2022 car. 1950 Buick Special. What a hood ornament. There's just a whole era of cars that is gone forever. And I know the safety and crash and all that stuff today is, far superior, and gas mileage and all that, and pollution and all that good stuff, but they just don't have this class. Oh, small block Chevy with a 4-barrel on it. This is what I'm loving about this museum also, is they've just got the engines sitting out here like that. look at this old ship, just the frame, the engine, the tranny, and the drivetrain. I have no idea what went on this, but I'm just happy to see it like this. A 57 Chevy. Twin hood ornaments. That's when you wish you could open that door over there and just drive it out. And it is sitting right next to this absolute classic. This is the stuff I used to dream about when I was a kid. Old Ford body. V8. Oh, it is such amazing scenes as you're driving through here. It's like there's just no way you can drift off and, you know, kind of space out while you're driving. It's so beautiful. Definitely get distracted by it, I will say that though. It's like get that 1,000-yard stare and not notice the truck in front of you is putting on his brakes. Thank God there's no trucks, there's nothing in front of me for miles. So yesterday went so well with the side trip down to Roswell. This morning I kind of realized that if I sit there in Santa Rosa, New Mexico, I took a left and I went to Roswell, but you know, if I took a right and did about the same distance, I get a chance to see Los Alamos. For those who don't watch the History Channel, Los Alamos is where Robert Oppenheimer set up the research facility and brought in a bunch of PhDs and developed the atomic bomb. You know, stories about the supervising guy from the Department of War would show up there to see what was going on, and there would be 8 Nobel Prize laureates sitting on a picnic table drinking sweet tea and eating a bologna sandwich for lunch. So I figured, when am I ever going to get a chance to see it again? So I started this morning by heading north and finding Los Alamos. Hint. Okay, Los Alamos, again, is, it's a modern town. Really, lots of research. It's very upscale, but the drive up here is just so worth it. The scenery on the drive is just incredible. Makes the Blue Ridge and the Shenandoah and the Appalachians, I won't say pale by comparison, but it's like, Virginia has one kind of mountain. This has a totally different kind of mountain. It is beautiful. And we have arrived at the Manhattan Project Visitor Center. And if you are totally clueless who that's supposed to be with the hat, Robert Oppenheimer. Okay. We're at the Los Alamos Visitor Center. They have a aerial picture of the facility as it was in 1946. Gentleman that is here at the visitor center is extremely knowledgeable about it. His name's Albert, and he's agreed to tell you about it.
Yeah, so this is, it was actually known as Project Y, so it was a top secret military post. It wasn't, Los Alamos is actually Spanish for the cottonwoods, which is what the locals refer to as the area because of the cottonwood trees in this area. So we are actually physically at the location of what was the commissary. And then in this photo, the only thing that still exists are Thor Lodge and then the Bathtub Row homes, and these were buildings from the old Los Alamos Ranch School that were here before the government took over. As you can see, it was a military base. You see a barbed wire fence that runs around the perimeter. We have guard towers here, there.
And things that they're telling us.
And so it was a fully functional town. You can see that we have the apartments over here. We have a school.
Yes.
And there's a hospital here somewhere. Anyway, there's the hospital. At its peak, there were about 6,000 people working up here.
And you said these were all temporary buildings that the Corps of Engineers put up for the project, which didn't last, so they're gone, but it's been rebuilt to what we have today.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Have a great day. Have a copy of the letter that Albert Einstein had sent to the president, informing him that, hey, Germany's working on this thing called the atomic bomb, and we probably need to do something ourselves on it. Picture of the original test bomb that they exploded at Trinity to see if this thing would work. And here is a picture of the Oak Ridge facility where they extracted the uranium. That site sits on 44, those buildings sit on 44 acres of floor space. They were huge. And the main gate is still out there. I'm going to get a picture of the actual site that exists today on the way out. And lots of pictures. This is a aerial view of Los Alamos from 2012. Okay, the section with the little runway you see, I passed the runway coming up here, so that is where we are, where the original facility was to construct the atomic bomb was all on that plateau up there. And this area to the left, and from what I was told, the entire area is the current research facility at Los Alamos. Quite extensive. I have found the statues of Dr. Oppenheimer and General Groves. Bit more of a close-up. Oppenheimer with the pipe and the hat, and General Groves. This sticker is a reproduction of a commemorative coin that was given out to the original team that developed the A-bomb to certain key members, from what I understand. The airport is still here and still functional. And this is a view of the airport from the other side, coming down out of Los Alamos by the airport. This is the view. You're looking at this and you just feel something inside, you get New Mexico. I hope it comes through in the picture, because out here it is just spectacular. And turning around behind me after that first view, this is what I'm seeing when I was going up into Los Alamos. That is just spectacular with those clouds coming over the mountains like that. I had to get a picture of this. This is one of the original remaining guard towers from the 1940s. Searchlight on top of it. Coming into Los Alamos. So I learned that there was only one road leading up here back when they were working on the Manhattan Project, and this is the original main gate that you had to pass through to get up into Los Alamos. Looking down the road, you can see where that winding road up along the cliff starts. So that's what it pretty much is up here. Good place to get the shot now. Looking across at the other mesa. This is what you drive to get up into Los Alamos. This looks like one of those History Channel most dangerous roads in the world type show. Okay, we're doing lots of turns here now. I'm really gonna need to stop this here in a couple of seconds and concentrate on driving, navigating this thing. Look at how beautiful, how unique that is. Can you tell I'm just a little bit enchanted with the geography here in New Mexico? And can you tell I've been driving with my windows open and walking around outside with the breeze? Tell you what, side trips are worth it. Good evening. My name is Glenn. I am traveling across America on Route 66 from Chicago to California, making videos of what I see and posting those at night. So kind of hoping to show folks some stuff that you're not making it on some other videos or into the guidebooks. If you see stuff you like and you're interested, please feel free to contact me. If you have suggestions, why are you doing this on your video? If you do this, it'll look better. Hey, I'm new at this. I'll take all the help I can get. Anyway, I have made it to Phoenix, Arizona this evening. Got here just as it started to downpour. Well, actually I was about 20 miles down the road when the sky opened up, and New Mexico rain is serious. Just because it's a desert don't mean it don't come down. So just kind of slowed down, made it here, waited into the hotel, you know, the usual. So far it has been an interesting day. When I woke up this morning, one of those crazy ideas popped into my brain. It's like, hey, you went 100 miles south and you saw Roswell. You know, you can go 100 and something miles north and you can see Los Alamos, where they made the atom bomb. Cool. I've always been a fan of that part of history and Oppenheimer and all the history behind it. So got out. As I pulled out of the hotel, I saw the auto museum here was open, so I put a quick stop into that. Beautiful cars. Santa Rosa Auto Museum on 66. Definitely worth it. This guy does it. He knows what old cars are, how they are restored. They are beautiful. And he's got, you know, old V8s and old engines in there, on engine stands, all cleaned up and painted, and some are still getting worked on. It kind of really took me back. Definitely feeling in my 20s or in my late teens after looking at that. It's like, I remember those cars. So then I headed up to Los Alamos. I will tell you this, it is worth the trip. It is definitely worth the trip, if for nothing else, for the scenery alone. New Mexico is beautiful. It is magic. It will affect you. And I'm not just being, I'm not just exaggerating. It is truly worth it. Tried to get some video of it. I'm hoping it comes across. I hope I at least captured some of that of what I saw. The site is everything is still up there. The original buildings made by the Army Corps of Engineers for all those PhDs to work at were just kind of thrown up so they can get the bomb made, and then they plan to abandon the site, so they wasn't quality construction, so those all wound up being replaced. According to what I was told, starting in the 50s and 60s. Beautiful up there now. They have got a huge research facility, which I didn't even try to get close to. I saw one building that said Los Alamos. Yeah, took a picture of that. Yeah, it exists. And they had an aerial view of it. Most of my time today was spent driving, so you're going to see a lot of video of me shooting out the window of the car, looking at the mountains, and looking down the sides of mesas and stuff. After Los Alamos, pretty much was a drive to Albuquerque. Nothing much interesting along the way. I was driving the Santa Fe Trail. That was marked. It was kind of showing up on the app. Historic Route 66 Santa Fe Trail. So got to drive part of that too. Again, tomorrow morning, gonna wake up, pack the car, and head west. So that's about all I got for right now. One thing I did want to mention. Yesterday I had made the comment when I found out that a lot of times when you are traveling and you Google hotels near me, things that will come up are third-party websites. Some of them look like some of them you click on and you think that you're actually on your hotel's website, and you're not. You're on a third party, and they put a surcharge. So you say you're getting a room for 140, and there's taxes, and then you look on your credit card and you were billed for like 210. You're like, oh, and you get to the hotel and you look at the bill and it's like, oh, yeah, hotel room, boom, and then service charge, $50-$60. So yesterday I said get the websites and get accounts for your for the hotel chains you want to stay at. That's my age. They've got apps you can just put right on your phone, log in, create accounts, and it's just a whole lot easier to manage. So that being said, I'm going to work on getting today's video up, finish doing some laundry, look at doing something for dinner, and I will talk to you all in the morning. Have a great night.